So
Yeah.
okay, cool. So we were just done. Shane just finished his lens, and so now we're gonna head over to Adam's lens. So Adam, you remember what you need to do?
Um.
Pick a card, any card.
Alrighty. I am going to. Something has to be on the card right now, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, absolutely not. You can pick a blank one.
No, because I filled in Zachariah from scratch.
Okay, let's go with this top left one up here.
Okay. Sure. So we don't know anything about these guys. So what are you gonna add? So at this point, so you selected that card. You get to pick one of the parents.
This is where I'm going to throw in my Darkest Dungeon moment.
Ancestor.
This is where the necessity for the weather probably comes from, or the device or whatever. This is where we create the hero. Or maybe instead of that side, maybe the blank one on the other side would be better.
So
I want to do the blank one on
Tarson's parents.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do Tarson's parents.
Okay. So I definitely want Tarson's father to be the opulent and imperial sort of.
Yeah, the ancestor.
Yeah. As for a name, I'm gonna give him like a lord title and then give him a last name. I'm gonna steal from font names, just like I think John did. Lord Alistarin, A-L-I, and then just the word star, and then Ian.
Okay.
And he is a magic user who made a terrible mistake. I don't think he was as rich as he was neither as opulent or as imperial as the ancestor in Darkest Dungeon, but he's definitely created something from nothing.
Slight tangent.
Sure, go ahead.
When he says opulent and imperial, is he saying imperial like IMP, or is he saying imperial like EMP, like EMPYREAL, like heavenly, or is he saying imperial like?
Well, that's an interesting question.
I'm thinking,
or is it deliberately? I've always thought it was the other one, but now you just made me realize, like, oh shit, is it actually supposed to be imperial, like empire?
It's imperial.
You didn't say anything.
E-I.
Yeah, E or I. Because they're homonyms. It's an I.
Okay.
Imperial, not imperial.
Okay. Thank you. Damn, today I learned. Okay.
Yeah.
So, would you say
it makes more sense?
Does it? Imperial, like the
we
one I'm thinking of
money,
means heavenly. It means literally heavenly.
Yeah.
So, like, that wouldn't be necessarily wrong. Okay,
anyways. I mean, it's not totally
we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
So Lord Alistair, his life is probably tragic, but is it light or dark?
It's dark.
The darkest?
The darkest dungeon.
Does he have a dungeon under his estate?
Yeah.
Goodness.
It's never spoken of by decent folk. I'm not sure he ever knew it himself.
Okay, cool. So now it's Pudding Cat's turn.
Okay. Somebody asked something in chat, which kind of got me thinking. I don't know if this makes a good mate for Lord Alistair or not, but let's see, what's a good name? Oh, okay, I've got a name. Well, I don't have a last name yet, but her first name's going to be Eleanor, and she is going to be a Eleanor.
I mean, it's okay. You can leave it at Eleanor.
Yeah, Eleanor is going to be unionized with Lord Alistair. She is a princess from a distant country who was arranged to be married to Lord Alistair because her family was even though she was a princess, her family had basically, it was one of those situations like where you, well, yeah, but also it was one of those situations like you had in actual like European history where sometimes you would have somebody who was a knight or a lord or something like that, and they had like lost their money because they're, because of mismanagement or because of famine or some other kind of thing that happened. So
it's a bailout.
Yeah, basically they
It's like a royal bailout.
Yeah, and she didn't want to have anything to do with it, but she went and married him, and because she didn't, in order to cope with it, she became a drunk.
There's the drunk.
So she's dark because she was not happy.
Okay. Well, I think you were describing a little bit the union, but that's fine because I'm probably going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So what was her life before she met Lord Alistair? It's probably okay, right?
Yeah, probably okay.
So light or dark?
I guess hers would be light,
Okay.
Yeah, I meant to describe her, but I guess I kind of got a little bit
into the union. I know, but like you want to jump into the union like in this game, right? Like it's part of it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna build off what you said there. It was a arranged. It was an arranged. I'm just say union, because it's easier and smaller to type. It was an arranged union, and it's dark. They don't really like each other. Maybe Alistair was falling on, bad fortune. And, just needs her and just putting up with the cost. Meanwhile, Eleanor probably wants to be treated like a decent, respected human being. So, it's just not a good arrangement. Cool. To Shane.
And I think I'm about to make it worse. 'Cause I get the fate, right?
It could always get worse.
Okay. So, going off of the magic adept thing, I was going to say that they were magical equals. And that they...
Are you describing the fate, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
So since they're magical equals, they constantly tried to outdo each other. So Lord Alistair essentially came up with the weather spell, the cost of which being Eleanor's life. That's kind of what launched the war in the first place.
Oh.
So, yeah, really dark. I apologize.
Yeah.
No, don't apologize. That's good. Awesome. Thank you. That's really good.
Well, it's not Lovecraftian, so
Yeah.
there's that.
We did say we wanted ramifications from magic.
Yeah.
Eleanor gets sacrificed for a spell.
Sorry.
You're muted.
Hey, no, it's okay. There we go. It was muted. No, Eleanor getting sacrificed for a spell, that's really good. And I want to spend this quick little moment and describe something you just talked about, how we talked about magic having a cost in the palette, and it hasn't come up yet. Sometimes that's perfectly fine, because I know Josh is, or Pudding Cat, this is your first time with Microscope.
Yeah.
So the palette is there in case you're not sure or you want an idea to draw from, right? You don't doesn't necessarily mean you have to use everything in the palette all the time. And just like that, we saw how something that wasn't being incorporated just ends up getting incorporated in, and that's awesome. So thank you, Shane. That was awesome.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, I just made this a game of gloom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I missed out not tying the no flowers thing in somewhere, but
Don't worry.
There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah.
Cool. What I like to do is I like to oftentimes use my dictated scenes to tie things in. Is usually what I do as a little like meta strategy. Whenever I feel like, oh, this could use a little sprinkle of something, that's what I do. Okay. So Eleanor gets sacrificed. We go back to Adam. Adam, you get to close out this round. For the record, again, because the card is full, you have to create a scene. Your options for scenes are Eleanor, the Arranged Union, the Fate, the Lord Alistan, or Jay Tarson, because you can make a scene about the Offspring as well.
Okay. I want to do the Arranged Union. How that went down.
Okay, sure.
How they met for the first time. How that arrangement panned
Sure.
out.
Do you have a question in mind, or
Yes. I just haven't thought of it yet.
do you need a I mean, do you know if it's going to be like an all play or dictated?
I mean, I really want to do Wayne June voice.
yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
And I feel like I don't get to do that in a dictated scene. Or I get to do it more. But then it's all on me. And then I'm going to falter really badly.
Oh,
You'll be fine.
yeah. Anyways, how about you just start describing the question and maybe like the groundwork for where this scene takes place, and then maybe that helps push to decide whether or not it's dictated or not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you need some help?
I
Yeah. What can we do?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Do you know where you want to set it?
I don't really want to. Like, I'm not interested in playing this part of the game that much, so I kind of just want to back out of it a little bit.
Okay.
Like, maybe we can hack the game so that I can like pass my turn off to someone else or something like that.
Well, no, I don't. I guess, but that kind of would go against the fundamental designs of Microscope, in that
Yeah.
it forces people who are relatively shy or not sure to make a choice in the hot seat. But
Yeah.
if you're not sure, what I would do is just make a very, very small, very tiny dictated scene and move on.
Um,
And if you need a suggestion, maybe do something with no flowers. Why there's no flowers somewhere. Or even though we've said no flowers in the no thing, it's like we wanted a yes to have no flowers. But,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Okay, so
a ramification for the spell or something like that. Or
I think Eleanor getting sacrificed for the spell wasn't enough. There's the storm itself will kind of claim this on its own, but I think what we see is just like a cloud passing overhead, and every bolt of lightning, just like instead of going directly for ground, goes directly for every flower, and that's the spell's way of claiming the debt that still needs to be paid for the spell to manifest.
so the question is, how does the spell claim its debt? And it destroys all flowers
Yeah.
with lightning.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying.
That's pretty cool.
That is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Never
like
really
that.
thought of using lightning as a way of eradicating something. Cool. Awesome. All right. So then that means, Shane, it comes to you for the legacy.
Okay, I think I want to address persistence. So, I'm going to go with the union between Jay and Celeste. That
Sure.
what do you get the spy? I mean, all the flowers have been lightning out of existence. So, how do you woo the spy? Jay has to like use a whole bunch of resources and essentially impress her. And it's a long courtship, which
Oh, so this is like they keep crossing paths, and he keeps trying to like brinksmanship, like
yeah,
prove his love to her.
yes. And like she is just like, no, I'm busy. I've got spy stuff to do. Leave me alone.
I've got spy stuff to do. Leave me alone.
That's
Until
oh
she
my
eventually
God.
gives
Who
in.
wouldn't want to marry a girl like that? When you go up to her and be like, "Not now. I got spy stuff to do." You're like, that just makes me want you more. Why would you say that? I mean, that's true for anybody, right? It's like, dang. That's the most attractive thing anyone's ever said. I kid. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, they were struggling to. Jay was struggling to prove her love. She kept turning him down. Oh, there's a Japanese word for this. Where someone is like kind of distant and then they slowly warm up to somebody.
Tsundere?
Yeah,
Yeah,
tsundere.
tsundere.
Tsundere. Thank
Tsundere.
you. Yeah, is that a little bit what you're getting at?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's kind of a personality type,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I think that's less personality and more just like situation, maybe. I don't know. It's a little of both. It's
Yeah.
complicated, just like all relationships. Okay. Cool. And was the struggle light or dark? I'm sorry.
I think light. I mean, he eventually wins her over.
Yeah.
They do have Victor together. And I think it's really light and romantic of how he has to keep proving it and getting her different gifts and showing her how much he loves her.
That's sweet. Cool. So Pudding Cat, it is now your turn to be the lens.
Oh, so I get to pick a card.
Yes, and I think when we're done with you being the lens and with Adam picking the I'm sorry, I'm spacing out, but not reprisal.
The legacy.
Legacy. Thank you. When Adam picks the legacy, that'll be the last thing for the night. Okay.
All right. I'm trying to remember what the story was now about Plumbus Arum.
He's like this guy who turns gold into bullets.
Okay, yeah. Sounds kind of interesting. Who would?
Yeah, I'm kind of into it too.
Yeah, because you came up with it, right?
I mean,
yeah. Let's see. Who would? I think I want to do that. I think probably the other. I don't know what the name of the selection is, but the other person on the card.
Or you get to name them.
Yeah. The other person will be. Geez, coming up with names is hard.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I was looking for something to help us out here. It's called the Story Games Names Project, and Bully Pulpit Games has completely redone their site, and now I don't know where that PDF is, and I'm kind of slightly freaking out because that was like my go-to name source. Yeah, I was trying to find it to get you guys there. That's what I was doing in like some sleuthing over here.
I've got J names on my brain right now, so let's go with Jocelyn.
Okay. And that's Plumbus's wife, right?
Well, his union. I'm not gonna judge whether. I'm not gonna judge what their union is like. This is gonna be the other person.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
How presumptuous of me.
Well, somebody else is probably gonna decide that. So.
There's the functionality of Roll20 and text boxes is there's
Frustrating.
much to be to be desired. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. Much to be desired.
Roll20 seems to get in the way when you're doing more loosey kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
let's see. Jocelyn was. I don't know if this will. I think this could be interesting considering their daughter. I think. Let's see, I'm thinking she was probably in the military. I don't know whether she was just soldier or a spy also.
Was she also a tinker and a tailor? That's my favorite.
Actually, I think she was probably I think she was a spy who didn't have magic.
Oh, old school spy.
Yeah, she had to do it the hard way.
And met
she was.
Ooh, okay.
So she was good at her job, and she ended up having to actually be better at it because she didn't have magic to fall back on. So, she was responsible for. Sense. I think she was. I think she probably She probably did a lot of stuff like scouting, and she did like intelligence gathering. Like, well, let's see. This is. I think the war happened because that would have been in the same life. It would have been in the same generation. So she probably did it before the war started. So.
Okay.
So I think she probably was. I think she was probably more in the international kind of spy. Like she ran into operatives from other countries and stuff like that.
Yeah, like she was like what we think of a spy now, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like part of like Secretary of State kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
diplomacy, yeah. Caravan liaison, whatever.
So yeah, so I'm gonna say her life was light.
Okay.
She was good at what she did, and her superiors like commended her on several occasions.
Ooh.
I didn't want to call her mundane because I don't like using that word like in contrast to like magical characters. So, but sometimes you don't know what other word to use.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Let's see if I can scoot this over so we can see some of that. Okay, there we go. It's the stuff that's filled in for our viewers. Yeah. So I have some ideas for their I'm gonna do their fate. So the idea of their fate is that because of the way their lives are, because they're both kind of like criminals, they love each other, but they can never be together for long. Because they always get sucked away to do some kind of thing. Someone's got a get rich quick scheme. Someone's got a some art to steal and frame another country about. So I imagine they try to spend as much time as they can together. They always try to like do heists in the same cities and like whenever they can. But they're destined to never truly stay together. They're always like they love when they cross paths, and it's amazing, and they're perfect and wonderful when they do.
It's like an on again, off again kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like they don't hate each other. It's just their lives. They just love their jobs, and so it's always like their relationship takes a backseat.
I feel like if it were the other way, where they got to be together forever, it wouldn't work out.
Yeah, probably wouldn't.
It would just be like 5 years of good, and then
Yep. More in love with careers. So they give birth to Celeste. Celeste kind of embodies a little bit of both of their skill sets, but like only through like the stories and stuff. So I doubt they were probably around to raise her. Maybe they had to split time with her, and maybe that's when they see each other is when they
kind of like hand her off,
exchange
like,
custody.
Now it's your months or whatever. And,
it's your turn to train her.
Yeah.
Yeah. maybe they had a very much like they were actually training her for it.
Yeah.
That was their idea of how they could be parents.
Okay. So Mondor brings up a point. So like Plumbus and Jocelyn basically had a long distance relationship. They got to a point where they decided to be in an open relationship. I don't think they were open. Maybe it's open. Maybe it's unmentioned that it's open, but it's like they both understand that they can't truly be together all the time. But like when they can be together, they will. I don't know. It's complicated. It's complicated.
I'm sure Jocelyn slept with someone else at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. That rascal.
I left that to be if this were going to be something we did more to be fleshed out later, but
Yep.
I didn't want to put any particular stereotypes or anything on her.
Right.
Cool. Shane, it's to you, my friend.
Okay.
You can make one of those scenes, either about Jocelyn, the Fate, Plumbus, or Celeste, or you could fill out what the Union looked like.
I've been filling out the Union all night. I'd like to do a scene. I'd like to do a scene about more in love with their careers.
Okay.
So the question is, how were Jocelyn and Plumbus able to raise Celeste? I think I want to address that question.
Okay. Do you want to do an all play about it?
Yeah, I'd like to do an all play. So we're gonna need
Okay.
Jocelyn.
As I panic and find a space on the screen where I can put
I
it.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're absolutely fine. I'll just put it down here. Okay. How do Plumbus and Jocelyn? I'm sorry. Can you rephrase the question one more time?
How do
About raising the kid?
Yeah, how did they raise Celeste?
Okay. Okay, cool. So maybe a little bit of the location of the scene or anything like that, and then some characters that are required.
I'm gonna set it at a hotel in a foreign city where they're both staying. I'm going to require all three of them, Jocelyn, Plumbus, and Celeste,
Okay,
as a
well,
child.
technically you can only require 2 characters.
Oh, in that case, I'll just reply. I'll require just Jocelyn and Plumbus then. Sorry.
Nope, no problem.
I'm going to ban just to make sure he doesn't show up. Jay cannot be in at this point.
Cool. Oh,
Do you have an
that's how
idea of how old? Well, we didn't require her, but
that'll be up to whoever chooses Celeste. If anyone chooses Celeste, or it may just be a conversation between the parents.
Okay.
Okay. So, so we do reverse order again, meaning I guess it would start with me and go backwards. That's what we did last time, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So it'd be me, Pudding Cat, Adam, you. Who do I want to be? How do Plumbus and Jocelyn raise Celeste? Oh man. Okay. I want to be. So if Jay's not in the picture, I want to be Celeste's first love. I want to be like her little. I want to be her boyfriend. So I think my name's gonna be Tice.
That's a good shout out there.
Yeah, thank you. My name's gonna be Tice, and I'm like a street kid. You know, like I'm like a you know I have a little like posse, of thugs. I'm cool. I'm so cool.
This is before he interned for inspectors, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So all right. So I'm Celeste's boyfriend. So I'm her new boyfriend in this city. So okay, so I go. Next up is our favorite Pudding Cat.
I think I'll be Celeste.
Okay.
I mean, since we're being all like Valentine-y and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to take part in hot guys making out, so this will have to do.
All right. So that leaves Jocelyn and Plumbus to be selected. So Adam, which one do you want to be?
I think I'll be Plumbus, I guess.
Which leaves me with Jocelyn.
Yes. Cool. And in this very same order again, we're going to tell our thoughts about what our characters are thinking. And I'm thinking Celeste's very pretty. And I don't know who her parents are, but they have no right from taking Celeste away from me.
As Celeste, I am. I think Celeste is probably. I'm kind of seeing her as like a teenager right now, so I think she's very unhappy with moving around and the idea of having to move around, of having to switch again and go somewhere else when she just settled down where she is not sitting well with her.
Okay. What's Plumbus thinking?
I'm thinking Um, I think I'm disapproving of Jay, probably.
Of Tice.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, Jay is not in here yet.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Jocelyn is wondering why Celeste even has a boyfriend when she should be training instead and wants to get rid of this guy.
Cool. All right. So, so then the scene opens up. So so once again, we're answering the question: how do Plumbus and Jocelyn raise Celeste? Okay. So we're at the hotel. Are you guys? Do we think Plumbus and Jocelyn have the same, like, are they're in the same room with Celeste? Like, you guys all have the same hotel room? Are they different ones for anonymity's sake?
Are they acting like parents, or are they acting
think-
like spies who happen to be parents?
I think it's the second one. They probably didn't even get in the city at the same time.
Okay. So who
So
has
different
Celeste?
rooms.
So who has Celeste right now?
Gee, we're great parents. That could be the big question. Celeste might be off with her boyfriend instead.
Oh, okay. So how about let's start the scene there. Plumbus and Plumbus and Jocelyn are like probably trying to find each other somewhere, and thought that each one thought that the other had Celeste.
We're the best parents. Alright. I marched down to the lobby to find Plumbus.
Yeah, I'm totally there.
Why hasn't Celeste come yet? She's already an hour late for training.
Then I probably give you like this look and spiel about like, why are you asking the question when you found her? Because I think you found her, but obviously.
Found who? Found who? She is still not shown up. She's not with you?
No.
She's not with me.
And then I just stare like blankly at you and then like raise my eyebrows and then I just like pat you on the shoulder and then like give your hand a squeeze and then I like,
I'm going to kill her.
you know what's next. And then we're gonna both look for her together.
All right. Do you have some sort of magical communication device in case one of us finds her?
I totally do.
Okay. Great. Give me one of those. Let's split up.
Sure.
Okay. So which one of you? So like we probably like hard cut to which one of you finds me or finds me with Celeste, like hanging out in like an alley, kicking trash cans or something.
I just had Tice take me over to get ice cream, and we're eating ice cream and kicking cans in the alley.
Yeah. Oh my god! So we're eating ice cream. Yeah.
I don't know. Flip a coin?
Yeah. Which side do you want to call?
Heads.
Okay. I'm guessing heads is a 1.
Heads I find her, tails you do. Again, best parents.
I find her.
Okay.
Hey, we actually did the slash roll.
Yeah. Wow.
This game isn't diceless at all.
Okay, so you probably we probably made it through the alley. We're probably I picture the city like Paris for some reason, right? Like there's like a canal, and like we're like walking around the canal, and there's some sort of like stone bridges around with a bunch of like gargoyles and shit on them, and we're probably like sitting between the gargoyles, with our like feet dangling over the edge, and like we can see the water running by, eating our ice cream cone, laughing.
And that's probably when I shoot this like special type of bullet that I can synthesize, where like I shoot it down at the ground next to Tice, and it's basically like a strobe light flashbang sort of thing, and it's just like it disorients him. Just
Oh,
to, like,
what the?
like,
What the? I like my ice cream goes flying out into into the ocean or into the stream. I don't fall into the water. I fall backwards, like onto the street. Like I'm kind of rubbing my eyes, like getting the sparks and stuff out of it.
Yeah, I kind of reach over and like I'm like trying to calm you down, and I'm looking between my hands because like I've got the ice cream cone in one hand, and I don't really want to like toss it.
Oh my god, is this routine for you? Oh my god.
I don't really want to toss it, but at the same time, like I need both hands.
So you just like sit here like, Dad.
Her eyes don't even close anymore. She just like tolerates blinding light.
I finally throw the ice cream cone into the water, and like I reach over with both hands, and I'm like I grab your head, and I'm kind of like just like I lean in and look at you, and I say like, just calm down. It's okay. You're not hurt. You're just a little freaked out.
I think I was shot.
I'm kind of like clenching my teeth, and I'm like, that's my father.
Do you radio me, or did I just
does this to every guy?
Yeah, you see, like I cup like this oblique square amulet thing, and I'm just like, you know where Candle just turns into an alley?
He does this to every guy.
Be there in
who
5.
He thinks is interested in me. It's all about he shoots it, disorients the guy, grabs me, and runs away.
Yeah, I'm probably like stunned while you're like having this heart to heart with your dad.
I come in a full sprint at this point.
This is so funny.
I'm like, I get up and I'm like shaking my head, like I know what's about to happen. I'm like, I'm not gonna stand for it. My my body language is I kind of like get between you and my parents because I know they're both coming. Like I'm gonna block them from coming after you.
Are you all right, Celeste?
I just kind of turn and like point to Tyson. I'm like, I'm not the one you should be worrying about. Look what Dad did to this guy. He's totally innocent. This always happens. I throw my hands up.
He'll be fine. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Good, because you are in so much trouble. We are already an hour behind on training. And who the heck is that?
I'm her bloody boyfriend.
I don't want to train. I want to eat ice cream with my guy here.
Oh my god.
But no, apparently that doesn't work.
Do you think when the world is at stake, you are going to have time to eat ice cream with a boyfriend?
I'm 15. The world is not at stake right now.
No, but the war is escalating. So one day it will be.
Ruining my life.
I kind of like turn around and I'm trying to like I actually lean in and like kiss Tice like to distract him.
Oh my god, you talk to her. I'm not. Or I will deck him.
Do something about Oh, this is amazing.
I'm just like, with my words? Because I don't know how to talk to my own daughter that well. That's your job.
Well, she's not listening to me.
I'm
So.
just kind of like I reach down and I'm like trying to help Tice back up while they're talking.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
get
gonna,
up. Yeah, I get up and like dust myself off.
and I kind of lean in and I'm like I get a hold of you. Like we need to get out of here, or they're gonna get us.
So
And then I won't see you ever again.
yeah. So I look. You're on one. Are you guys on the same side of the canal?
Yes.
Okay.
You have
alright.
you have room to run, but I mean, he's probably gonna shoot you if you try and run.
I know.
Well, yeah, but she's not even thinking about that. It's just like we need to get out of here.
Yeah. So I think we're like. I know you say that, but obviously I'm so full of like macho feelings that I'm not going to, especially that I just got shot at with like a flashbang.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like I'm like a street kid, right? So I'm like, oh, you're like, who the hell do you think you are that you can just shoot a gun at some random person on the street?
I kind of roll my eyes like they think they're super spies.
And like I probably like go to like my coat and like pull out like a whistle or something to like, holler at my boys.
I've
Like
got,
it's my conch shell of a like assemble as like my ragtag like group
Yeah,
of troops show
Voltron
up.
powers activate.
Yeah, and like so like
I'd like to try and knock that out of your hand before you get to blow it.
oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. You do, so like I okay.
I'm getting angry at this point, and I'm like stamping my foot and like flailing my arms around. You do this kind of thing every time. And look, I want new ice cream.
I love it. I love that you guys are just basically like batting me around like I'm nothing. While you're having this conversation. So like I'm probably gonna like run up and try to like punch one of you, whoever's closest, while this is
Oh
going
my
on.
god, this is gonna go splendidly.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait for it just to go horrible for me.
meanwhile, I've had like a stick of cinnamon that's just disintegrating into mathematical formulae going over to my gun.
Oh.
Just like synthesizing the second shot.
I'm too busy having a tantrum to notice that.
Yeah. And
Otherwise I would be grabbing Tice and trying to get him to duck.
There's like a glowing golden ring going off of like a ring I have on like my thumb or something like that, and it just like ribbons out. And
no, so I'm gonna charge you, Plumbus. I'm gonna be like, who the fuck do you think you are that you can do this? And like try to shove you, right? Like, you want to go? You want to step? It's like, you don't even know where I am. My name's Tice. I run these streets. I'm literally like a 17-year-old kid, right?
Yeah, I'm flailing my arms around again and yelling, don't do it!
Yeah.
He's gonna hurt you!
I'd like to try and like deflect before you, and just pin your arm behind your back and just hold you still.
Okay. And so I'm like, oh, you want some of me too? And like try to like struggle out. And so while it's going on, as I try to break, I sound like
I think I
James Corden.
mishear the intention of what you say, and I just like you say you want some of me too, and I'm like, what? You're going after my wife too? And then he's like,
Oh my god. This is just getting better and better.
I just.
Alright, we should probably
I don't
resolve the
push
scene
my
so
wife
we
I'm
can
gonna-
continue.
out of the
I'm
way.
gonna run forward and say and yell out like, all right, stop, just stop. Like I'll go. Just don't hurt him.
Oh, come on, love. I almost had him.
Sorry, my internet glitched for a second. What happened?
So I run forward and start yelling like, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. I'll go. Just don't hurt him.
Yeah, and meanwhile I'm like, doing the the cartoon like, ah, come on, I almost had him.
All right, I'm gonna let him go. Good.
Okay,
Let's go.
awesome.
I give my mother the look, but I follow after.
Oh my god, that was so much fun.
Why you should never have super spies as parents.
Oh. Oh my god.
Okay, so I believe the answer to that question is they control Celeste to the point where she doesn't get to live her own life.
Yeah.
My dad is a super spy with electroplasmic
He
bullets.
does sound like James Corden. It's adorable.
I'm not clever with accents.
I just heard John Booker.
And a little Russell Brand slipping in there.
Okay. I don't know who any of these people are.
John Booker is a character from Adam's Burning Wheel game.
Oh.
Who
Okay.
So I'm
people
basically
say,
saying you're doing Adam's British accent.
yeah, who people say sounds like Russell Brand, who's a British comic.
Yeah, that. Oh, actually, I think I do know who Russell Brand is.
James Corden is the guy from Into the Woods. He also did the car ride with Adele.
So I know Into the Woods, but I don't know.
He was the baker
Oh, okay.
in the movie.
Oh, okay. The Baker. Got it. Maybe. I don't know. I have to listen to it. Okay. So I forgot who actually seen that. That was your scene?
That was my
That was
scene.
yeah, that was his.
Oh,
Which
man.
means it's
I think that was it, right?
no. You got to finish up the pass.
What's left?
The Union. How Jocelyn and Plumbus got together.
No, so if that was yours,
Yeah, that was Shane's scene.
So that means it's Adam's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have to fit in what Plumbus and Jocelyn's union is, or are we on a different one?
Jocelyn and Plumbus. Yeah, that's what I believe we
Okay.
were focusing on Plumbus.
Okay. Let's define their union.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do they meet?
I think Columbus is Jocelyn's pupil for doing the super spy sort of stuff. Like he has things to learn from her. This is at a point where Columbus has like magical skill already, but he doesn't have
The spy
like
ability.
yeah.
So they meet.
Oh, so was Jocelyn originally his handler, or
Yeah.
or his trainer?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw that in. And outside, obviously.
And Light.
Mhm.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. That scene was just so much fun.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Cool. And then we go and we wrap up with Cat. So it's you get to since now that card's full, you get to make a scene. And then we'll end with the legacy given by Adam. And that'll be it for the night.
Let's see, a scene about that card. I think. I think maybe I'll do a scene about uh, their fate,
Okay.
and the question will be, what happens when they spend too much time together? Like, kind of like they only see each other for short periods of time, and like what happens when they are together for too long. And I think this is probably just going to be a dictated scene.
Okay.
We have kind of kind of a scene of them early in their union, like probably I don't know, maybe Joss or maybe Celeste is still young. Maybe she's only like a few years old, and they both of them kind of have a lull in their jobs, and so they decide to meet up, and it turns out basically that they're together long enough that they realize they don't entirely trust each other, even though there's like feeling there. They don't entirely trust each other. They start kind of second guessing things in conversations. Like they can't what do I want to say? Like they can't lower the spy instinct, I guess, or kind of like that kind of training.
Oh, they keep Okay. So I'm
It's
trying to think of a
Mr.
way
and
to
Mrs.
phrase
Smith.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that. It's like they're not able to like be. They're not really able to be people with each other because they're always being spies,
Yeah.
and so they end up getting into a big fight, and I think that's when they decide that they're not going to do that again, and they're basically only going to see each other for short amounts of time. Maybe they get together again when they do that, but mostly it's to kind of like pass off custody.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Damn, that's good. Cool. And Adam with the legacy to take us home.
So have we done Magic Adept yet?
No.
Okay, so I'd say he's getting some of his inclinations to be good at it, and maybe the reason he was able to be a scientist and a adept at the same time was because he had some talent from his great grandparents.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he's received some natural talent from Columbus and Jocelyn.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, I don't think you have to write that anywhere. So, okay.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay, that's the game then. So we all got a chance to be a focus as well, which was pretty cool. So what I like to do at the end of all my shows is do a little bit of like a post-mortem, what we thought of the game, what we liked, maybe what we didn't like, what we would do if we wanted to continue, all that kind of stuff. What kind of our experience was tonight, right? Does anyone have anything they want to share?
I really liked the scene that we just did a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Where we were between the parents and their daughter and the first boyfriend.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a lot of spontaneous fun there. I think
agree.
that for me that was kind of the highlight of the evening.
Yeah, me too. That came out of nowhere and was just like awesome. So something about Microscope that's true no matter what kind of version you play. Scenes always take a long time if you're doing an all-play scene. However, they definitely make or break and like provide so much context to what's going on in the game. that they're vital, in my opinion. Some good advice that I always hear from people like Ben, is that when you're playing Microscope, if you're like facilitating it, you should try to rush for a scene early. Especially original Microscope. I was trying to avoid doing that for this one, only because it's Union and I want to see if it really made a difference or not. But I don't know. I thought one of the major strengths of this game that we did was I think we came up with a pretty solid idea for the world and everything. I think we had a pretty interesting palette and really interesting character to really inspire us for how we're going to go for the rest of the game. I don't know. What do you guys think?
We did. I really liked some of the unifying themes that we came up with throughout the story. I really wanted to explore more on the other side as well. If we were to pick this up again, I would definitely like to finish the chart. But I know we won't, but that's okay.
Yep, it is a one shot, so we won't. I play games like Buddhist Sand Mandalas, leaving only a VOD.
Right. So I will probably be finishing this chart on my own.
That's more than reasonable. So
yeah, what we established was really pretty interesting, and it made me kind of like I would have liked to see more of if we were gonna do this again, obviously, but about some of the stuff that we didn't get into, like what else is going on in this world. It made me really curious about those kind of things.
Yeah, like this. I think the strength of what we came up with today was that we came up with such a cool, imaginative world and palette that like I wanted to play regular Microscope too, just to see what's going on in this world because it's so awesome.
Well, I think you could port it.
Yeah, I think we absolutely could.
Because the palettes are the same mechanic.
I still like only getting a glimpse through the point of view of this one family tree.
Yep.
I think it leaves a lot more to the imagination. I like that.
Yeah, it's not what you add; it's what there still remains to be
Right.
seen.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's very much a definition of Microscope. Is the more you play it, the more you get better at hinting at things to come that exist in the world. That basically providing hooks for other players who are listening or reading can latch onto and like twist it and take it a different direction in some kind of weird random way. And that's really where we get the fun stuff. So that will do it then for us tonight, guys. So thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you, Mondor, for hanging out with us in chat. Thank you, Wise, everybody, Spike Mall, Kelsa, Leafington. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Shane, Adam, Pudding Cat. Thank you guys so much. Want to do some outros? Just real quick, remind everybody who are these awesome people that just played this game. Starting with Shane.
I'm Shane. I don't have a Twitter following. I have a Tumblr, and I really like to game, and I'm glad I got to try this one.
Yeah, I know. I'm really glad I was able to get you on here today and play this with you. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we can do this again sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Adam.
Hello, I'm Adam. I have a Twitter. That's pretty good. I'm Dark Lavender Void on there. The last E in Lavender isn't there. But I also have a Patreon, and I changed something about it since last time. That's also patreon.com/darklavendervoid, and I put out story games on there. And something I did was I released some of my older games as just like a post that everybody can look at. So it'll take you to like a Dropbox link, and then you can play a couple of my older games.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Yeah. So Adam's actually a story game designer, which is way awesome. I wish I could do some more of that if I had free time.
Yeah.
But instead, my free time is sharing story games in the meantime and talking
Which is important too.
So, and last but certainly not least, Pudding Cat, my friend.
I just want to say I want to say thank you to Eric for getting me on here. I wasn't entirely expecting that I would be on here because I didn't have a camera, and I know we were kind of had some last minute things that happened, so it's good to be here. This was my first time, and maybe in the future I'll be able to come back.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can find me. I don't stream, but I do spend a lot of time watching here, watching Adam streams, that kind of stuff. I do have a Twitter. It's at Mithril Sherbet.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't add that. Shit.
It's a pun on Mithril shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mithril and like sherbet ice cream. It's one word. Here,
I just quickly added it there, but yeah.
It's I don't use it that often, but I have been using it more lately. So
Cool.
I don't know how much I have to say, but if you're one of those people who likes to follow people, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm finding you.
Yeah, I'm already following you.
I know, but I'm following you.
Okay. What else? I just got my first paid writing gig this last week, which is cool.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, and I'm working on various game designing kind of things.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm super excited. Pudding Cat and I talk a lot about games, a lot on the internet, especially about various random cool games. Pudding Cat's one of the few people who has actually referenced like the most obscure games that I've heard of too, like Warbirds, which is really awesome. So
Warbirds is cool.
Yeah. So thank you so much. It was a great pleasure having you. As
It was a lot of
you
fun.
too, Shane. Like, I really enjoy playing games with like having newcomers come on the show. Like, it feels good. It's not that I don't like playing with Adam, because I love Adam's contributions.
Thank you for having me.
You know, it's like it's weird to like. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to exclude you, Adam. I have nothing but love for you. It's just that I also really enjoy having new people come on and enjoy the games that we're doing here. So thank you so much. And yeah.
Oh, the tears.
Yeah.
The tears.
Play more games. Just play games all the time. That's my advice for life. Is just play games.
Quit your job, play games.
Yes.
Make Patreon and play games.
Well, unfortunately, I do have a job at 3:30 in the morning, so I gotta get to bed.
Yeah. So that's it. That's it for us. I know. It's dragging on. My outros are the worst. They're so bad at
Drink.
dragging on. So take care, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.